So you know what, like, really sucks? I think I was talking about this game the last episode, Road Redemption. Kind of, like, reminded me of Road Rash. I think I brought it up last game. I finally got around to, like, really trying to play it earlier. I made it, like, an hour, and I got so bored. Let's watch this cutscene first, I guess, before we go into that.
Hail, join K-Troop ahead of your position. We must reach the tunnel nexus.
Everything about that game looked really, really good, right? I was looking forward to playing the hell out of it today. After, like, an hour, I felt like I saw everything I needed to see. It was, like, almost like a roguelite. Kind of mixed with, like, a, like, Road Rash. Just, like, you know, drive down the street, motorcycle, hit people over the top of the head, you kind of get upgrades. A lot of cool stuff, right? Oh, hello. But I don't know, like, I think I made to, like, level 8, level 9. I got to, like, the second world in that game. And I got, like, really burned out. I don't know. I was really looking forward to, like, just sitting down and, like, enjoying that, too. It wasn't a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, though. Not even slightly bad. It's just, it got boring way too fast. But I still dug it. I just don't foresee myself ever playing it again. Which is what it is. Just sometimes games be like that. Sometimes, like, you really look forward to playing stuff, and then you kind of get around to it, and you're like, this is not what I thought it would be. That happens every now and then. I can think quite a few games, like, where that's happened. Quite a few. Or, like, games I would just get, like, super excited for, right? And I didn't even think they were just boring. I just thought they were just bad. Oh, he's gonna blow up. Oh, sweet. That actually wasn't too hard at all. But I guess it happens. I had such high hopes. Like, even in recent memories, there was a game called, like, Deception 4 that did that to me. I was looking forward to it. Ended up being not great. Hyperdimension Neptunia, anything, like, past the first one I wasn't digging. Unfortunately. Oh, God. There was, like, this game I was given called, like, Lobotomy Corp. I thought it looked really cool. Could not get into it. I thought it was awful. I don't know. I guess it happens. But still, I was really looking forward to that game. But oh well. Now I got more time to play other games. I've really been putting off playing The Sinking City. That's a game I really want to play. But I just have not got around to it yet. I think I brought that up one of the episodes. And I really hope by the time I get around to it, A, it's not cheaper because I paid full price. Well, almost full price. I got it like in an epic mega sale. So I got it for like 10 bucks off. But by the time I get around to it at this rate, it'll probably be like 30 bucks. But I really hope that game's good and like lives up to my expectations. Whenever I finally, you know, say, I want to play this. It's something like Red Dead. I've held off on playing Red Dead now for years. I really hope that game has, like, you know, some, substantial stuff going for it. But you never know. Lots of enemies here, by the way. We'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Like, maybe, like, it'll, like, exceed my expectations, you know? Sometimes games do that, too, and I don't expect to love a game that much, and the next thing you know, it's, like, one of my favorite games. Like, Lollipop Chainsaw was like that with me. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I didn't expect to get as into Deadly Premonition as I did recently. I didn't think the Simpsons game would be, like, this masterpiece of, like, a platformer. But it was. Although, I think I'm probably, like, in the, minority with thinking that, like, Simpsons game was amazing. But you never know. Maybe other people loved it. Or I should... Yeah, I think it's just called the Simpsons game, because it came out around the same time as the movie, but that game's, like, phenomenal. Then I played this game called Automa Chef. It was like a Twitch Prime game. I think it's still, as of I'm recording this and uploading it, it should still be a Twitch Prime game. And it's like a game like where you just kind of like run a restaurant and like you make the factory that makes like burgers and stuff and like sandwiches. And like you automate it and it's like almost like a Factorio almost. But like a little bit less intensive. And it was super rewarding. I liked that game. Some games kind of blow you away, right? Or there are like some games too, right? That you first play and you think they're pretty bad, then you get around to them again, and you're like, oh, this is actually brilliant, right? Like, when Last of Us came out on PS3, I did not like it. I played 3 hours, I gave up, I was done. Just like 2-3 months ago, not even 2 or 3 months ago, like a month ago, actually, I played through that on PS4, the remaster, and I loved it. Like, it had some rough patches, like, it wasn't perfect, but I was into it. I liked it a lot. It was legit. So that was nice. I like when games that you used to hate just kind of, like, end up being really good. Like, on a second attempt. Different mentality, maybe a few years past, your taste change. It's always good. It's like, whenever, like, I get a game that I'm not super into, usually I'll give it at least one more shot, like, after a couple of years. And sometimes, like, you know, it works out. Sometimes I go, you know what? This game is great. Or, like, better than I remember. Like, I remember when Persona 4 came out, I only did, like, a couple of hours, and I went, you know what? This is not as good as Persona 3. Then I played Persona 4 again in 2015. Because this is a while ago. And I ended up just playing only that game for, like, a month on my stream as I played through it. Phenomenal game. Just sometimes you need some time, and, like, a second chance, and then bam, it's awesome. Crazy how that works. Oh, we got some intel, huh? Alright, so January 27th, 1951. Encountering more of these foreign soldiers each day. They matched the description Northern Command gave us of the Cloven, or Cloven. January 29th, 1951. Any attempts at communication with the Cloven leads to the aggression, or the Cloven. I don't know what it is. Their motives are unclear, but they seem to regard both humans and the Chimera as enemies. January 31st, 1951. We caught Cloven scavenging the bodies of our soldiers after a recent battle. It's unclear what they wanted. What they wanted them for. We know the Chimera devoured their wounded, but I can't imagine any man, even one of the Cloven, resorting to such savagery. Okay. The intel bits are cool, but, like, I think the game still registers, like, intel I got from, like, my first playthrough. So I'm not getting, like, all the intel to kind of, like, piece the story together for some reason, which is unfortunate.
Sir, if you've come looking for a fight, you found the place. It seems the Chimera are up to something more than just digging tunnels. Say, look here, who brought the yank?
By that time, word had already spread about what Hale did in Manchester. However, Cartwright wasn't the type to be easily impressed, especially by an American. Cartwright's team had found something suspicious. Instead of just making tunnels, the Chimera were digging something out of the ground. At the time, we passed it off as just another Chimeran mystery. Our priority was to seal off the tunnels.
Seal the tunnels, got it. But yeah, like, I was looking at, like, the, level select before I started this recording for the day. And I noticed it said, like, I collected, like, a ton of the intel, and I'm like, I did that, like, in 2008. But, not recently. But I guess the game kind of saved that and didn't put the intel back in the levels for a new game. I don't know. I find it weird. Because I've only, like, read, like, 3 text logs or 4 text logs so far, and I know there's been, like, 20. It also explains, like, why I've barely found any.
Lieutenant Cartwright, Operation Shear has tied up the bulk of the Chimeran defense in Nottingham. Affirmative, Command. Keep them off us.
Ooh, we got a big boy again. But these levels are really cool. I like these, like, bigger enemies. They play really well. Like, they're not, like, unstoppable. But they do genuinely kind of, like, give, like, this big, like, you know, oh, crap kind of feeling to them. Which is cool. Although they're not, like, particularly, like, hellacious, you know? Although, like, that robot drone I fought in the last episode, that was tough. That was tricky. But I think it was mainly tricky because I was an idiot, to be fair. Okay, he's dead, right? Yep, okay. But yeah, again, like, this game's still really cool. It plays well. I like it. Talking about, oh yeah, like, games, like, not meeting expectations of ones that get better after, like, a while. I think I kind of covered everything I want to cover with, like, that little topic, honestly. Not much else to say, and it just kind of, like, only came to mind because of Road Redemption. And maybe, just maybe, if I play that game again, like, in a year or two, I'll actually end up loving it. Who knows? One game I actually want to give another shot is Undertale pretty soon. Because I played Undertale like the day it came out. Like there was buzz around that game the day it came out and I bought it. I'm like, cool, we'll see what this is. And obviously like it kinda took over the world for a little bit. Okay, world might be like a bit of an overstatement, but definitely got a lot of people's attention. I wasn't super into it, but I didn't hate it either. So I kind of like want to see if I can get like super into it if I give another go. And the only reason like why that game's like at the front of my mind is because Kenny Omega, the lovely professional wrestler, used one of the songs from that game for his entrance at Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year, before he had an amazing match with Hiroshi Tanahashi. And hearing that song, I went, oh yeah, this is like an Undertale song. I should probably try that game again. So like maybe eventually I'll give it a go. Like, I'm very curious. Like maybe I'll end up loving it. Who knows? But I think it's like one of those games I'm not sure if I'd actually want to stream. But maybe play like when I have time. Because like there's a bunch of games like I want to play, but I don't think I actually want to stream. And finding like off-stream gaming time is very difficult for me. Oof. Really, really tough. Because like right now I want to play like that Zero Time Dilemma or like 999, like that entire trilogy of games. I want to play through all the Danganronpa games. Because I bought all those. I still want to play a lot more Dead or Alive 6, like that game's my jam. I have a bunch of pinball to play. I gotta finish Life is Strange Before the Storm, because I left off on episode 3 the day that episode came out. So I really should eventually finish that, because I really like Life is Strange, and I want to play the second. I really need to finish Batman, like, Enemy Within Telltale. That game was great. I started that months ago, left off on episode 3. So I got, like, a bunch of games, like, off-stream to kind of, like, finish up or actually play. But it really does come down to, like, finding the time. And, time is a precious resource that is tough to come by. But eventually I'll get to them, you know? But before I die, I'll eventually play through all these games I really want to play, you know? I have hope. Oh, hi, sir. Also, I just want to say, like, I love the enemy design in this game, because, like, none of the enemies look, like, dramatically different from each other. Like, none of them do. But, like, thematically, it just makes sense. And, like, they look different enough to, like, be able to separate, like, how they're gonna, like, act and, like, what they do, how strong they are. They did a good job at keeping the enemies looking very similar, but feeling completely different to face. And I really appreciate that. Insomniac did a great job with that in this game. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff coming up here. I'm also surprised, like, just, like, how hard this game actually is. Because I really didn't really remember this game being super difficult. But it's a bit of a tough one. Like, it is actually tough. But I can appreciate that. Hello, sir. Okay. But I'm not sure, like, if this game's, like, tough for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. As I brought up, like, in a few episodes ago, like, this game just kind of, like, does enemy spam. And, like, a lot of games kind of do the enemy spam. I think Call of Duty is probably, like, the biggest offender of that, and their campaign's doing enemy spam. But then, yeah, Call of Duty does infinitely respawning enemies until you push forward, which I think is, like, this... It's just one of the dumbest systems, like, for anything, like, in an FPS. Because, like, you never feel like you're making progress in battles in that game outside of Modern Warfare 3, where they finally ditched that system for a total of one game. But the enemy spam system ain't great either. So I'm not sure, like, honestly, like, if this game's hard because it's, like, genuinely hard, or if it's just hard because they're really, really throwing way too much at the player that they reasonably cannot handle. I don't know. Like, it's only on medium. It's not like this is on hard mode. You know? But it's what it is. Ew, shit. Okay. We got, like, concentration mode. Like, we can actually just kind of, like, snipe them down if we wanted to and, like, slow down time. So I'm not sure, like, where I'm supposed to go from here. This is blocked off, huh? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Ooh. Ooh, that's a big boy. Oh god, what do I do? I gotta 1v1 this? That's tough. Alright. So I'm like losing my train of thought tonight. I really am. But I mean, to be fair, I just finished up my stream. I finished up my stream like not even an hour ago. It's like my brain's still kind of like calming down from that. And I'm like, let's just keep recording. Why not? Because I've honestly just been recording the episodes for this like maybe like 20 minutes before I upload them. You know?
The Nottingham operation was a success. I sent the troops back to Southern Command for a well-earned rest. I was taking Hale to the Intelligence Division at Northern Command for debriefing. I radioed Northern Command on our approach. No response. As we landed, I could already sense the worst. The whole place was deathly silent.
I love how, like, every cutscene in this game has, like, that dramatic close-up of, like, Nathan Hale. Just kind of, like, there, like, mouth agape. I can dig that. Those last two levels, like, were really short, so I might as well just kind of, like, hammer on the third one. Although, to be honest, I'm kind of, like, out of talking points today. That's kind of a thing I've been struggling with, kind of, like, getting back into the whole gist of YouTube. I really suck at coming up with talking topics for a while. And sometimes I drone on, and sometimes I just, like, you know, don't talk enough about it. But I think doing this is actually going to help me kind of, like, you know, hold a conversation a lot better. So, we're going to treat this as, like, practice mode, getting back in the whole swing of things still. Yeah, man. I'm going to die. That was a lot of enemies. Holy crap. Also, I'm starting to wonder how far into this game I am. Like I said, like, I've been, like, looking at a, like I said a few episodes ago. I gotta remember, like, I'm doing, like, individual episodes. So someone might, like, be clicking in this and be like, he never said that. But I've been watching, like, keeping tabs, like, on a long play, just, like, see, like, how far into the game I am. Just, like, time-wise, like, I can look at a chapter list. Like, I know this game has, like, 30 chapters. This is, like, chapter, like, 13 or 14. But, like, I like knowing, like, roughly, like, how far in I am, like, time-wise. Because, like, some chapters are super short. Like, these last two chapters, like, were, like, 8 minutes apiece. You know? And then some other chapters are, like, 20, 30. So, when I'm timing out a series, like, I like knowing, like, you know, how much time should I commit to it per episode? And I figure if I do, like, 20 to 30-minute episodes for this, like, every single episode, I'll be done, like, by part 15. Which sounds... yeah, that sounds good. That sounds actually kind of like a long series to me. Oof, I finally got the last one, too. But I should just shotgun him down. That's, like, a big thing I think a lot of people don't realize is, like, trying to, like, figure out, like, how many episodes you should do with something. Or, like, how many streams you should commit to something is very tricky to, get right. Especially on the live streaming side, right? Like, if you're doing, like, a big single-player game, like, there'd be a lot of people that want to watch you do it start to finish. And typically, you're going to want to do, like, a full series, like, in a week. That way, you know, you can almost guarantee people are going to be there throughout it. Because you make a thing last, like, 2 months, 3 months, 3 weeks, even. Like, people that kind of, like, start it might not be there. And it's really tough to get new viewers for something you're playing, like, halfway through. Or starting from halfway through. Well, it's like a multiplayer focused thing, or like, you know, like random elements in the game. So you gotta kind of like focus on like how long it's a thing gonna take you, you know? Like, if I kept stretching this series, like, for a month, I don't think anyone would really watch. So I'm really just trying to, like, balance all that out, you know? It's tough. It's a tricky balance. So I always, like, pay attention to, like, how long games are. And, like, how far I am, like, in roughly. Just so I know, like, when I should go, like, a little bit long on some episodes, or a little bit long on, like, certain streams, you know? Is important. Alright. But that's, like, all a thing you just kind of get better at, like, with time. I like to think I've got very good with it. Like, very, very good. Ooh, there's a lot of people here. Again with the enemy spam, my god. This game has, like, an enemy spam fetish. Holy. Have I complained about that enough yet? I don't know. Hey, we're alive. We lived. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking, like, I'm hopefully going to be done with this by, like, episode 15. But I don't know if I'm going to, like, go right into Resistance 2 and 3, or if I'm going to take a break. I don't know. Because, like, I have, like, other YouTube ideas. Right? I think the one thing I really want to do, and I think I'm actually going to commit to, like, after I'm done with Resistance, or maybe, like, even, like, concurrently with Resistance, is I want to do this Mario Maker series called the New Queue. Because you have a lot of people that do Endless, right? Or Versus, or, like, viewer levels, things like that. But you never know, like, what you're going to find, like, in the new level queue. So I kind of want to do a series. I kind of, like, every day I go to, like, the new queue at the time. And see, like, what the new levels are. No matter how good, how bad they are. See if we can, like, find some gems before they either they blow up. Or, you know, before they just kind of, like, get forgotten by time. Or just forgotten, like, in a day. It'd be fun. Even if, like, they're absolutely awful levels. Why not, you know? Plus, you never know, like, what kind of quality you're gonna get. Like, if you go to, like, popular courses or hot courses, like, you're probably gonna get, like, a much higher bit of quality. You might get, like names you kind of recognize making the levels. But, like, New Queue, you get anything. Like, you could get, like, a 3-year-old Japanese child named Hiroshi, you know, in Japan, that made his first level that has, like, a single Goomba. Or you can get, like, literally, like, some level-making prodigy, and they just have no one to, like, play their levels, because, like, you upload a level of Mario Maker, it's, like, out of the new queue, like, in 5 minutes, because so many levels kind of get uploaded, you know? Is this the start of the level? Oh god, I'm all the way back at the start. Oh, that's awful. No checkpoints at all? Nothing? Wow. But yeah, like, you never know, like, what you're gonna find, like, in that new queue. You just don't. I'm shocked they didn't give me a single checkpoint this entire level. That's inexcusable. That was a lot to go through for an FPS like this. To, like, not get a checkpoint. Holy. That's bad. What were they thinking on that? Now, I'm starting to, like, vaguely remember this level, and I'm starting to vaguely remember this level frustrating me, like, years ago. And now I'm starting to, like, remember why. Okay. Or was that... No, maybe that was a check... No, because we're already in the cafeteria. Maybe I did get a checkpoint. But, like, so much of it looks so similar. I could have swore that was the start of the level. I really thought that was the start. Alright, Insomniac, you are excused. But I still remember this level being frustrating. I saw, like, the underground, and, like, I just kind of, like, had a flashback of, like, not liking this for some reason. Okay. No, that was the start of the level. Because, yeah, now we're here. And now when I come down here to the left, we're going to get attacked by everything. We're also going to get attacked from behind. Right. Oh, God. Ah, cool. Alright, let's see. I mean, I guess, like, now that I've done it at least once, like, at least I know what I'm doing. And, like, the amount of enemies isn't, like, a huge surprise. I just don't have, like, a lot of nades, and, like, nades are, like, the best way to deal with this stuff. So I kinda wish I had more. That's okay. I think I'm good. Oh, it's health right down here, too. Sweet. Whew, we're good. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Alright. I just want to checkpoints. That's so much to ask for. Oh, God. Alright. Like, he just melts so quick in this game. But to be fair, I like having, like, a nice hard, like, FPS anyways. Because, like, I don't really find FPS to, like, really challenge me a ton. So having, like, some form of challenge is nice for me. No complaints there. And also, to be fair, I'm kind of, like, in a little bit more of a rush doing this. Because I know the field of view sickness is going to set in, like, any time. And I really don't want to cut, like, in the middle of, like, a level, you know? If I can help it, I don't want to do it. Easy. Oh, God. Let's get health back. Oof. Okay. I'm not sure if I, like, want to keep rolling with a shotgun or not. That I can't tell yet. I'm almost out of ammo with it anyways, so maybe not. B. Basically, all in all, checkpoints are important. And a lot of games either get it really right or really, really wrong. I think this game's done it okay. Although, I think they should have given at least one by now. Although, I think oh, no, I just got one here. So this is the first checkpoint. So they want you to go through a lot of rooms before they give you one, but at least I got one. That's nice. What's down here? Hello? What was that? Alright. I'm trying to think of, like, games. Sorry, like, I got really quiet because I'm, like, trying to think of games that, like, really did checkpoints terribly and games that did checkpoints really well. And I'm not sure, like, what examples, like, even have. Because, like, when it comes to, like, checkpoints and, like, stuff like that, at least in modern games, it's not something, like, I really think about too much because I think, like, most games do it okay. Most do. Not all do, but most. Like, it's not, like, really something I take a lot of note of, like, when I play a bunch of games. Like, what games do checkpoints well? Although, I feel like there's been, like, some games in recent memory where I've been shocked. But I just can't remember, like, what ones. Alright, all I have is, like, a little sliver of health left. This is not good. I'm kind of afraid. And I had a flashlight on, I just noticed. Hi. They go over, like, for the jump scare thing, right? But, like, with only enemies you've already seen, usually the jump scare thing works a lot better with enemies you have yet to, like, ever see. It's like, I don't know, like, why they're trying to do that. So we kind of, like, got, like, sniper ones? Okay. Sniper-ish ones. Interesting. So now I gotta, like, really pay attention to the walls, I guess. Fair enough. I'm just like hoping I find a few health packs. Because like these things don't seem like super threatening. Like I don't feel like they're gonna kill me. I guess some like little tunnels. Like we got like little alt routes here. Not bad. Cool. We're not alternate routes, but rather like, you know, like little side paths. I can dig that. Oh. But I'm almost willing to bet... Oh, there's health. Thank God. I'm almost willing to bet, like, one shot from these things will probably take out a full quadrant, like, of my health. So I gotta be kind of careful. A little bit cautious. Oh, hi. Just a wee bit cautious. Okay, so I think it wants me to go down this route. Or does it want me to follow it? There's, like, rocks blocking that one, so I'm assuming I'm supposed to be coming up this one. I'm also assuming this level's probably just about done. This seems like the perfect setup for, like, the next level. At least to me. Hello? I'm stuck on something, a rock. Okay, Dwayne Johnson, get out. Right, they shoot through walls. Yikes. We good? We good. Okay. Is there more health down here is the question. Actually, you know what this game's done a really good job on, too? Giving you something in your arsenal, even if it's, like, very small, like, very standard, at, like, a decent enough pace to the point, like, where you get very comfortable, like, with all the other weapons, and, like, once you're really comfortable, they kind of give you another one. I've yet to feel, like, super overwhelmed, right? Like, first level, you had your M4. Then as you went through the level, right, it kind of gave you, like, you know, the alien gun, and then when you get comfortable with that, they gave you the shotgun. You're like, cool, I got my bases, and, like, hey, here's this huge one. And then the, like, sniper, so they've been doing good with that. Like, introducing weaponry, like, at a very slow pace. But, like, not a pace that's, like, so slow that you're just kind of getting bored of the same weapons. I can appreciate that quite a bit. Like, not a lot of games kind of get, like, the whole weapon pacing thing completely down. Oof, I hope I had a checkpoint. That was dumb of me. Hope I had a checkpoint. It didn't. No checkpoint. We're back here. God damn it. At least I have full health. Cool. Alright. A lot of games are just kind of a mess, like, with the amount of weapons they give you. And, like, when you get, like, way too comfortable, like, with one weapon, like, that's kind of like when an FPS, I don't want to say gets boring. But, like, you kind of, like, don't want to do too much variety with it, you know? Like, in Halo, for instance, like, Halo used to, like, throw so many weapons. Not to say Halo's a bad game, Halo's a phenomenal game. But, I remember, like, by, like, the second level of Halo, I already had the pistol, the assault rifle, the shotgun, the rocket launcher. And I never, like, really had time to, like, adjust, like, any of the weapons. And I just kind of, like, went, yeah, I'll just use the assault rifle for the entire game. That's all I really need. Which is what it is. Like, I like when a game kind of, like, gradually introduces mechanics like this. Kind of gives you, like, a reason to, like, try everything they give me. Although I'm pretty much convinced I do not like this gun. Not too big into it. Also, I'm slightly sorry if this, like, episode's, like, super rambly. I kind of, like, turned on, like, the recording. I'm like, I really don't have, like, any talking topics today. We're just gonna kind of, like, wing it. And winging it we are. Alright. But I imagine, like, we're pretty much at the end of the level, though. This level's... We're, like, over 15 minutes into playing this level, 20 minutes in. So this is kind of, like, coming up, like, on the longer end of the levels this game's had so far. I just gotta be careful here. That was a miss. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about my aim. You know how much easier it is if I just use the built-in slow motion function? A lot easier, not gonna lie. Let's go up here. I say let's go up here like there's really much of a choice. I think it's like one of my like biggest flaws, like if I play games or like whenever I play games, which, you know, it's like every day. I tend to like ignore a lot of mechanics or not even realize certain mechanics there or just kind of forget about them. Like I keep saying like I want to try like the slow motion on the sniper, I just never do it. And like look how much easier it makes my life. Until I miss again. But we're not going to talk about that miss. When I'm playing games on the internet, and my fragile ego will not allow me to take any criticism, and I am flawless at the whole shooting thing. Thank you. Is that intel? No. Okay. I'm surprised I haven't like thrown like any more like those wall crawlies at me. I just kind of, like, introduced them and just kind of got rid of them. I'm surprised. Alright. Oh, it's these things! They hurt a lot if they catch me. Yeah, they take out a full quadrant. Oh, God. Cool. Easy peasy. That's a cool little mission. Just a really tough mission, though. What a cool mission. And that's the end of the level. Not bad. So we're gonna call it there, then. Let's watch this cutscene first, though.
I'd been trying to radio Hale since the cave-in. I knew how the Chimera had found Northern Command, and more importantly, I knew why. They were after what the convoy had been carrying in Manchester. It had been carefully sealed in a specimen tank in our research lab. We thought it would be unable to call the Chimera from within the tank. We were badly mistaken. There was no way to warn Hale of the danger he was in. If he opened that tank, the result could be disastrous. What was inside would either kill him or control him.
Nice cliffhanger. Those are like 3 really fun levels, actually. I enjoyed it. But I guess next episode we'll play Secrets. Sorry again if this commentary kind of got like a little bit jumbly after like, you know, like the 16-20 minute mark. Somewhere around there I think is like when I started losing it a bit. But you know what? It'd be like that sometimes. And thankfully, I think I avoided like the whole field of view headache today. I don't feel too bad. So we kind of got through that. But I'll be back like tomorrow or the next day or like whenever you're watching this. I'll probably, like in a day or two, like I'll probably be on like episode 7 by then. But that's gonna do it for this episode. That was fun. And yeah, we'll just continue it on. Oh my god, words are hard after like 40 minutes. We'll continue on with the next episode. With the level Secrets. This is really awkward. I'm just gonna end the recording. Y'all have a good day. Toodles.